What's up guys, Anthony Vapes. Today here with my review of the Anarchist Riot RDA. And it's made by Digiflavor, so it's a cooperation between Digiflavor and Anarchist. Disclaimer wise, this product was sent to me for the purpose of this review from elementvape.com. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump in the up close. I'll show you how to build it, how to wick it, and then I'll be back here with my pros, cons, and whether I'd recommend it or not. Alright, so let's take an up close look here at the Anarchist Riot RDA, constructed by Digiflavor. Here's the box it comes in. It's not really a box, it's more of a zipper pouch. So it's actually pretty cool. Inside, we're going to get some stuff for the RDA. I'll go over that. You're going to get a screwdriver, and it's a good one. It's in there. It's actually the same one that comes with the Aura RDA that you guys see me review. If I remember, I'll throw a link to that at the end, but it's got this big Digiflavor one. It's a Phillips. It does use big Phillips screws. Actually, it might be the same screws they use in the Aura. Inside the box, you're going to get some spare screws as well. And you're going to get some O-rings, tons of O-rings, and this little keychain if you wanted to put the screwdriver on a keychain. So you get 3 spare post screws, which should be more than enough. Very good quality. I don't imagine them breaking. Let's go over the other parts on it. So you're going to get 2 different top caps. So the one that comes pre-installed is this one. It's got a built-on drip tip that you can't take off, but you can put a 510 tip in there if you want. I think it looks funny though, adding another 510 tip on it. Then there's this one, which has a standard 810 tip, and it comes with the Delrin 810 tip as well, if you just slide in there. So I'll use the one with the 810 tip for this. I like it better. It's my preference. I will say that everything is super tight in this RDA when you get it, super tight. So getting the top off, getting this off, getting the tip out, everything is really, really tight in there and not very easy to get out. Let's take a look at the little side cap. As you see, even going back in, it worked better if I juice them up a little bit. You have 4 airflow slots on each side. And they're kind of weird because they're not lined up. They go 2 down, 2 up. Other than that, you're going to have the Anarchist logo. Let's go over the deck a little bit. It's got this 2-post deck. Big Phillips screws in it. Very big, very good quality. Massive post holes as well. You can see really big post holes in there. Big screws, and you'll notice that the deck is also lined with a ceramic layer, which is really nice as far as keeping everything cool. The only other RDA I've seen that did this, actually RDTA, was the Iron Maiden by Vape. I'll throw a link to that as well at the end, if I remember. Good times. So yeah, that's good, and you could take it out if you wanted to, but I like it a lot better. I think that you get better flavor when they do that on these RDAs and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It does not come with a squonk pin, it's just a regular 510 pin. It is, as you can see, protruding, so you can use it on your hybrids, and you can also take out the negative post if you want. It's not milled into the deck. So let's go ahead and slap a build into it. Alright, so another thing about this deck I want to go over before I throw coils in is it is lined up holes. So if your leads are not, lined up, which most of the time they aren't, unless you actually make them like that, it makes it a little more difficult, and you do also have to put both in at the same time. So it's not going to be the easiest deck for beginner vapors to build on by any means. So we go ahead and we slap in our coils here. Remember, they don't have to be perfect because they can always be adjusted after you get them in. I can't really see what the back coil is doing from this angle because building's not the easiest. Actually, you know what? There we go. Do it this way. Should make it a little easier for me. And you guys probably still see that pretty good. Alright, that looks pretty decent. Now we just screw down our screws here. Like I said, very good quality screws. I'm using the included screwdriver. You can also use a flathead or your own Phillips, but they're going to be big ones for sure. Definitely not little ones. Alright, let's go ahead and cut our leads up, adjust these up. Lots of leads to cut, I'll have to do that off camera. So you can see my coil position, it's going to be lined up a little bit over the top of the deck, but under where the post screws are. And then we just work out the hot spots. So we just pulse and strum. Alright, so now that it's cooled down, we got the hot spots worked out, we're all good. Let's go ahead and throw in some cotton. Again, RDA, nothing fancy to do when wicking an RDA. You just have to make sure you're not using too much or too little. If you use too much, it'll choke the cotton and it won't be able to get any juice on it. And if you use too little, it's going to have space between the cotton and the coil, which is going to lead to growth. Fluff it out a little bit. And then we just drop it into the deck. See, you definitely want to leave air under your coils. You don't want cotton under the coils or anything. We can go ahead and prime it. Again, this will be Strawberry Tangerine. This is also from Vaping USA, the Titletown line. So I'll be reviewing this on Friday, which should be tomorrow. Yep, tomorrow for when you see this video. Alright, there it is, all built up, wick primed and good to go. Go ahead and throw the top cap on it. Of course, you want to line your air holes up with the coils. Duh, right? There we go. You see just the bottom of the coils to the air. So we're good to go. Alright, so now we're back here with the outro. Let's go ahead and take a vape on the build you've seen me build. So let's go over the pros and the cons. First pro is going to be the flavor. I do get very good flavor in this. Definitely way above average. I really enjoy the flavor I get out of this RDA. So that gets a pro for me. Next one's going to be the post screws. It does have excellent post screws, big beefy post screws. It's not going to, strip on you, give you issues, and it does come with spares. Next one's going to be the ceramic layer. They have like that ceramic layer on the bottom of the deck. The only other RDA or RDTA, actually technically it was, that I seen do that was the Iron Maiden from Hellvape, which also had excellent flavor in it. So it's something about the ceramic layer that just keeps the heat out. It makes it so it doesn't get too hot. It also makes it so your mod doesn't get too hot or anything, or the RDA itself doesn't get too hot. It dissipates heat very well, which is also another pro that I have. I was going to say next, so I'm lumping them together. But yeah, it really improves flavor and dissipates heat very well with that ceramic layer. Definitely something I like to see out of more RDAs for sure. Next one's going to be the build quality. It's typical of Digiflavor products. When they manufacture something, because they manufactured it, you're going to get really good build quality in it. Let's go over the cons. First con is going to be everything is super, super tight on this RDA. It's really hard to get the top cap off. It's hard to get the drip tip out. It's hard, pretty much hard to do anything. One more pro, by the way, is that it does use a standard 810 tip. But yeah, it's just really hard to get apart into basically everything. So it's just really tight. It's hard to adjust the airflow, so that gets a con from me. The last con is really just going to be a picky con. Like I said, value is all going to be dependent on the vapor themselves, but it is a more expensive RDA. They do run at $65. It's not necessarily a bad thing by any means. I mean, when you buy an Anarchist RDA, you know they're going to be more pricey. You know, anything made by Anarchist is going to be more pricey. Same goes for companies, you know, like Dot Mod and 528 Customs and stuff like that. You know, their products are typically more expensive. You're paying for the name brand, basically. You know, and everyone's welcome to, if they like a name brand or something, to spend their money how they want. But I'm just going to mention it because it's not that it does anything, you know, that a cheaper RDA wouldn't do. But it is a very good one. Definitely. So yeah, question is, would I recommend it or not? I don't like to give the hard yeses or nos. This is going to lean pretty heavy towards the yes. The build deck's not going to be the best or most ideal for new builders, because you do have to put both coils in at the same time. They do have to share a post hole. I normally prefer decks that are easier to build on just because I think they're more universal. For someone like me, it's obviously not a big deal. I can build on pretty much any deck out there. It's not going to give me an issue, but just thinking for, you know, people who are just getting into building, I wouldn't want them to go buy it. It's going to be more difficult. They'd be better with something with an easier build deck. But I mean, for builders who are more experienced, there shouldn't be any issue to build in, and there's more than enough space in there to fit some pretty massive coils. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank Element Vape again for sending me this for the purpose of the review. I'll throw a link down to the product on the site below. Give me a like and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all that other good stuff. If you want a forum to sign up on, check out the Vaping Insider forums. I got a link in the description, so click on the link and go ahead and sign up. Other than that, this is Anthony Vapes, as always, keeping it honest. Hopefully you guys say you can do the same, and I will catch you on my next video.